Hi. So it's been a while since I've done a video like this talking to the camera. My voice is going as well, so that's not that's not great, but yeah, I wish that this was a better video that I could be making. But yeah, some of you who follow me on Instagram and stuff might have seen the news of a week ago about Lyla, my beautiful little dog who has been on this channel loads over the years. Yeah, we had to put her to sleep, unfortunately, because she was not well at all. I won't go into details, but we were literally up all night, every night for like 5 nights with her. She was not well at all. And yeah, we had to say goodbye to my beautiful Lyla. And I thought I would leave it a week so that I hopefully won't cry, because the first couple of days I was just bawling my eyes out constantly. And it's still hard now to not burst into tears when I think about her, because she was just the best dog I could have asked for. And yeah, they're part of the family, and I don't care what anyone says, losing them is like losing any other family member. It doesn't matter who they are. They live in your house and you interact with them every single day. They're so happy to see you. It's unconditional love, and losing them is so hard. And anyone who has never had a pet or doesn't care for animals will never understand that, but it is like losing a family member, and it's hard. So yeah, it's difficult. So she was in pain and stuff, and we were like, we need to do the right thing, I guess, and not keep her alive for us, because she wasn't very well. So somebody down the road had made the decision to do this to their pet before, and they told us about this vet that comes to the house to do the thing. And we thought, because Lyla was so reactive to other dogs and stuff, and she got really anxious when she was out of the house, we thought that this would be the best way to do it, because we didn't really want her in any more anxiety or stressful situation than what she needed to be in. So we paid the extra to have him come out to us. It was a company called Pets at Rest, and I cannot recommend them enough. If you live around like South Yorkshire, Pets at Rest, they're just, yeah, I can't say enough good things. The vet that comes out is called Rob. He's lovely. He takes things at your speed. He gets to know the dog first, so the dog's like calm around him and stuff, and then everything goes at your speed, which is nice to not feel rushed or like anything like that. It's like, it's compassionate, and you can tell that he cares about the animals and stuff. And it was, as horrible it was a lot nicer than the times when we had to take Roxy and Penny to the vets. They were horrible. It was not nice to do that, but this, I got to hold Lyla. I was holding her against me, and so he gave her a sedative, and I got to hold her while she went to sleep, and she hadn't slept in like 5 days, so she was snoring her head off. So it's the first time that she'd properly slept in like 5 days. So yeah, and then after that, the last injection, and then we got to spend some time with her and stuff, and then we decided that we wanted to have her cremated at this place called Old Flats Farm, which again, can't recommend them enough. They were lovely as well with Lyla, because we knew that we wanted her cremated, but we wanted like her ashes and everything, and we wanted it to be a singular cremation, whereas other places that we looked at, it was like just it wasn't necessarily your dog's ashes that you were going to get back, whereas at Old Flats Farm it was a singular cremation, so you know that you're getting back your dog, if you know what I mean. So yeah, they were lovely as well. They let us go and have a visit with her after Rob took Lyla there, and then the next day we could go in and we saw her, and she had a blanket with her and one of her pumpkins, and they were like, do you want her to go with the blanket and the pumpkin? And we were like, yes, because she loved her pumpkins. So I've got my tattoo of her and her pumpkin, and yeah, and then we went back the next day, and it was a weird thing. We were going to pick up her ashes, and we pulled up, and then there's a YouTuber that I watch. I won't name his name because, you know, privacy and stuff, but he had just lost his Jack Russell, who I think was 18 or something like that. He just lost his Jack Russell, and I watched that dog loads on his channel and stuff whenever he made a video about the dog, and he was there with his girlfriend, and I think that they just dropped their dog off, and I was like, oh god, what do I do? So we just kept in the car. We didn't like say anything or anything, because you don't want to be bothered at times like that, I suppose. And they both looked so sad, and it's completely understandable, and I completely understood what they were going through because they looked just as good as we did. But yeah, then we collected Lyla's ashes, and yeah, just sucks, absolutely sucks. But it was the kindest thing to do. I know it was the kindest thing to do, but it doesn't make it any less hard. And yeah, this is weird because it's the first time I've been without a dog since I was like 8 years old. So the house is so quiet. I keep hearing little pitter patters of Lyla's paws, but I'm like, oh no, she's not there. And just little things that you just think about her, like just how you'd get your coat on and she'd be like jumping up at you saying like, right, take me for a walk now, take me for a walk now. You don't say the word walk because she would be like, take me for a walk now, please. And she'd be like running to get a lead and stuff, and even stuff like when we come home, like we'd usually like buy her a toy or something just because of how happy it made her, and we'd give it to her in the kitchen, and she'd always just run through into the living room and just sit squeaking it for 20 minutes. Just little things like that. And like walking from the kitchen to the living room, she'd always like walk at my side, and I'd always call her Shadow. I was like, come on then, Shadow. And she'd just walk with me, and just little things like that. And it's just so weird that now it's just so quiet. I just can't. I mean, Lyla wasn't particularly loud, but like whenever the door rang, she'd bark and run at the door. So now, like, we're having to explain it to all the delivery drivers because she just would bark constantly at them, but it was just barking to get them to stroke her, if you know what I mean. It was an attention-seeking bark. It wasn't a I'm gonna bite you bark. It was a I want you to stroke me bark. So having to tell all the delivery drivers and stuff, and they're all gutted because they loved her as well. And yeah, she was just the sweetest dog. And yeah, so I'm not having a good time at the minute at all. Just in general, like, it's been building up and building up and building up and building up over the past like year and a half, like since I lost my auntie and my dad, and then stress of work. It's just getting on top of me, and I knew that something was happening. I knew that it was going to get to a breaking point, and this was the breaking point. And now I'm just like, I'm so done. But I did make the decision to go to the doctors. I just wanted to try some like antidepressants because I've never actually had antidepressants. But I wanted to try them just to see if it helps. And she was like, I think you need a sick note for how stressed you are and everything for work. So yeah, I'm been signed off for mental health for the first time ever. So that's not great, but we'll see, I suppose. I knew that it was coming. I knew that I was going to reach a breaking point, and Lyla was the breaking point, and I just couldn't take any more. So yeah. So there we go. It's not a very interesting video, I do apologise, but I just wanted to use it as my therapy, I guess. But yeah, there we go. I'm so gutted. I just want to cuddle her again. But yeah, I'm gonna go now because I'm gonna start again, and I know no one wants to see me just blubbering on camera. So yeah, I'll see you all again in the next video. Bye.